Luninberg. The year is 1304, and today we are going to be establishing the kingdom's first university, located on an island across from the royal port. As you've seen from the opening, the entire island won't just be the university. I'll also be building a small town to go with the school for the students and professors to live in while attending or working at the university as well. And of course, that town will include the other amenities that towns such as Fort Underwood have, like a market, a church, a watering area, stuff like that. I thought this island would be the best place for a number of reasons. For one, it's close enough to the royal city that people wouldn't have to travel very far to attend, and it would also allow students to focus more on their studies, regardless of what region of the kingdom they live in. Now, in saying that, much of the island is surrounded in large beaches, so I don't know how much studying is actually going to get done, but I promise that was my intention in the beginning. Besides beaches though, this particular island was perfect since it had these cliffs around every side, with a large ramp that would allow access to the village and university, while also being easy to seal off from invaders or other threats. There are a few areas outside the protection of that main gate, but I think in the event of a threat they could easily retreat up there. It wouldn't be that big of an issue. And I think that's what would normally happen anyway in these type of places. Upon opening, the main feature of the university, besides the novelty of being located on an island, will be this outdoor classroom and performing area you see me building here for the past couple minutes, which will be located in front of the main university buildings. I really like the way this area turned out. I do have some changes in mind, but if anyone has any recommendations on what would make this place a lot better, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I actually started working on this project about 2 months ago, but got carried away working on the new industries, so you may have seen a few shots of it from afar in those videos. I love the way these little stair passageways turned out, how they're a different color from the rest of the seating area. I didn't intentionally do that at first. I kind of stumbled into it, but once I seen the change, that was it. I had to include it. And once again, here I am using these wall assets. I promise I'm going to start using them less, even though I say that every video. This will... Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to lie to you and say this will be the last one or this will be near... It's not. I'm going to use them again. Probably going to use them for the next 100 years. But I do like the idea that in the future, buildings from this time period will be a bit more easy to recognize because of this wall asset. Because as we get into the next phase of the project, there are going to be some different design changes. I will start focusing on the detailing a bit more since things will be sticking around for the long haul. A lot of what's built right now will stay, but it'll change a lot even in the early years. So definitely like and subscribe and leave a comment to let me know what you think should happen in Luninberg's history going forward. I'll be honest, I don't like the way this little corner turned out over here. I liked it enough to keep it, but I do like the idea of adding a building there instead, making that maybe look more like a balcony instead of just a platform. So if anyone has any asset recommendations that would look nice there, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably just end up building something generic, so if you have anything that you think would look nice there, leave it in the comments below and I'll definitely check it out. Here I am once again mentioning how much I love the way these stairs turned out. To be honest, I'm surprised I didn't add more with the way I get with these things. walls on this side, I like the way they turned out a lot better. I like how they're kind of melted into the mountain, and later on you'll see me add more bushes and trees to kind of make it blend in a lot more. And I think as time goes on, that will also age really well, whereas the other side is almost certainly getting changed. So here I'm adding the first of the 5 main university buildings. I know one asset is a church, but it has that entire other side that could be used as a school, and I'm thinking the side that was a church could be used as a massive meeting room for evening events, or for when the outside area can't be used. I like the idea of putting gates and walls on both sides of the area to make it feel more enclosed, while also making it more easy to monitor people coming in and out for events. Speaking of events, I thought it would be a good idea to have a raised platform for the speaker or performers to stand on, and I also like the idea of having the stairs on either side so students can walk up and down one side or the other during graduation. Since the stairs are on the front and back, I'll leave it up to your imagination how they would cross the stage during graduation. So that circular building will be the final, I guess, main building that I'll be adding for now. And it's going to be the main library, as I think the unique shape would be really fitting for kind of a arts area. And also, you know, a nice place to have a read. Is it obvious I'm more of a movie person? I used this asset in the shipyard in the last video, but I'm using it again here because originally I used it here first. I'm thinking this building will be the dean's, I guess, mansion or the dean's residence, so that's why it gets a nice little garden, and it'll also be the last building in the university for now. And so now we begin work on the main community area. You just see me add the church in front of what will be the main market area for the island, as well as a well for people to get water from who live around this market area. I also wanted to add a bunch of trees to fill in the empty spaces while also obscuring the island community a bit from all the ship traffic passing by. I know the island obviously looks like it has a community there, I'm not really trying to hide that, but I think since it's such a busy shipping route going through the strait, that the people living there would want at least some privacy from all of the ships passing by that aren't necessarily stopping at the royal port or at the island itself. Since they don't have a lot of land to work with on the island, I thought it would look nice to put clusters of houses on every flat area there is, almost as if they're trying to use up every possible square inch of land that's usable to build or really do anything with. I did need to add some walls to keep invaders out while also keeping the developed areas from eroding into the mountain, but I think they turned out really nice, especially if you're just sailing by. making roads look like they came about naturally is not really a strong suit of mine. So if you have any suggestions on how I can improve that, that'd be great. This definitely won't be the final layout. I just wanted to get something down and get something started. As time goes on and as more projects start happening on this island, I definitely want to start refining it and fine-tuning the layout. So here I am just setting off the district for this area. The official name is going to be Alder Island of Luninberg, although I'm just going to call it Alder Island because that's a lot easier. And as you can see here, I didn't use an actual campus area, but there is a block service for the university, so it does function as one. But for right now, there weren't enough assets to do it as a fully functional university, so this was the best second alternative. That being said, the university's name is going to be the King William Alder I University, which will be named after the grandfather of the current king. And of course, in case it wasn't obvious, that's also where the island name comes from. But I guess the island is more so directed towards both King William Alders, the first and the sequel. And so now we begin work on the castle. This was originally going to be its own episode. It wasn't going to come about until Princess Margaret was queen, but I just decided to throw it in because I have other plans now. But I think it turned out nice. It definitely has the style of the next phase of Luninberg's history, but I'll leave it at that for now. But I did like the way this castle turned out. There is definitely some changes, some refinement I want to make as time goes on, but I think overall the way it turned out, it looks really nice in the end. And you'll get a really good view of it. You got one at the beginning, but you'll get another good view at the end, so definitely stick around for that. So I put this statue here before I made Princess Margaret a bit of a, case. So I'm thinking now this is just going to be something that he dedicated to his daughter, but the person that did it doesn't quite like her, so that's why it looks like she is actually being tortured. But I thought that would be a funny backstory to have for it. I decided I should probably add some type of wall towards the main part of the castle, just so that you don't get the riffraff coming off the street banging on the windows. The whole place didn't get it, but I'm thinking like the main parts that the royalty hang out in did, so that's why you only see on these little courtyards here. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I feel like I'm really getting into the groove of doing these, so definitely like and subscribe to see the kingdom grow over the centuries. Don't forget to check out our Instagram to see the Royal Art Gallery, and check out our Reddit page, which has information on how the kingdom was developed, and more information, more backstory on how the kingdom is going to move forward. Thank you so much.